In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on February 15, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Northwestern versus Rutgers. Northwestern and Rutgers are set to clash in a thrilling Big Ten basketball matchup on Thursday night, marking the return of intense conference competition. The Northwestern Wildcats will face the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in what promises to be a pivotal game for both teams. In their previous outing, Northwestern secured a home victory against Penn State with a 68-63 score, although they fell short of covering as 7.5-point favorites. On the other hand, Rutgers is coming off a significant upset against number 11 Wisconsin, triumphing with a convincing 78-56 victory and winning outright as 3.5-point underdogs. This encounter represents the sole meeting between these teams in the current season, following a split in their matchups last year, where each team emerged victorious on the road. In terms of performance this season, Northwestern holds a record of 11-12-1 against the spread, while Rutgers boasts a 12-11 against the spread record. With a formidable defense and a current 3-game winning streak, Northwestern enters this matchup as the favored team. The Wildcats have been on the verge of a 6-game win streak, with 2 overtime losses preventing them from achieving that feat. Notably, one of these losses came against the formidable number 2 Purdue. Despite the recent loss of starting guard Ty Berry for the remainder of the season, Northwestern showcased their ability to secure victories without him. The team's offensive firepower remains intact, ensuring that multiple players can step up when needed. As they approach the final stretch of the season, Northwestern aims to secure crucial wins to enhance their standing with the tournament selection committee. Rutgers, with a 10-3 record at home but a less impressive 6-5 against the spread record at Jersey Mike's Arena, seeks to capitalize on their home advantage in this matchup. The current 3-game win streak of Rutgers should not overshadow their season marked by mediocrity. A closer examination reveals that their victories include notable names such as Michigan and Maryland, yet both teams currently occupy lower positions in the conference standings. The win against Wisconsin holds more weight, but the Badgers were already on a 3-game losing streak, indicating potential issues in their gameplay. The addition of Jeremiah Williams has contributed significantly to Rutgers' recent success, and while he deserves credit, it is essential to recognize that he was not a superstar addition, having averaged 9.5 points per game last year with Temple. Northwestern boasts more offensive firepower, particularly with Buick, one of the league's top scoring guards, and a roster featuring perimeter scorers capable of challenging Rutgers' defense. With Northwestern needing a win to strengthen their tournament prospects, the Northwestern Wildcats to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Northwestern's recent trend of consistently surpassing the over in their games is noteworthy. Despite their deliberate pace, reflected in the relatively low set totals, the Wildcats have exceeded the total in 10 of their last 12 games. The team's emphasis on perimeter play, with their top 4 scorers being guards, contributes to their ability to score from deep. Players like Buey and Berry, each with over 50 made threes this season, underscore Northwestern's proficiency beyond the arc. However, the Wildcats face defensive challenges, ranking 79th in the nation in defensive efficiency. Rutgers, buoyed by the addition of Jeremiah Williams, may not secure a victory, but Williams enhances their offensive capabilities. Having scored in double figures in each of his 3 games with the team, Williams provides a valuable scoring option. Rutgers, with their revamped offensive approach, recently demonstrated their scoring prowess by putting up 78 points against a strong Wisconsin team. Given Northwestern's consistent trend of surpassing totals and Rutgers' improved offensive dynamics, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Temple versus Florida Atlantic. The upcoming matchup between the Temple Owls and the Florida Atlantic Owls presents an opportunity for Temple to break free from their recent 6-game road losing streak. This clash is scheduled for Thursday night at the Alina R. Baldwin Arena. In their previous outing, Temple faced a tough 73-70 defeat against Charlotte as 6-point underdogs, while Florida Atlantic secured a 95-82 victory over Wichita State as 7.5-point favorites. Florida Atlantic has demonstrated remarkable prowess, winning 8 of its last 9 games and 9 of its last 10 home games. Notably, their offensive capabilities shine on their home court, averaging over 83 points per game and maintaining a 50% shooting accuracy. The team's success extends to the free throw line, where they boast an impressive 86% accuracy in their last 3 games. Their proficiency in finding open opportunities, strong rebounding, and effective ball protection make them a formidable force. Conversely, Temple's defensive struggles, allowing 83 points per game in their recent 3 outings, indicate a potential advantage for Florida Atlantic to capitalize on offensive opportunities. Temple finds itself in a challenging position, having lost 9 consecutive games and 6 consecutive road matchups. Their offensive struggles persist on the road, with an average score of less than 70 points per game. Additionally, issues with ball movement and rebounding pose challenges for Temple, especially when compared to the strengths of Florida Atlantic. The latter's defensive prowess at home, holding opponents under 68 points per game, further compounds Temple's offensive struggles, setting the stage for a formidable defensive challenge. The matchup highlights Florida Atlantic's dominant qualities that may pose significant challenges for Temple. Known for pushing the pace in transition and creating open looks, Florida Atlantic capitalizes on Temple's difficulty in consistent defensive contesting, contributing to their allowance of almost 74 points per game. With a record of 12-12 against the spread for Florida Atlantic and 9-12 for Temple, the former is poised to secure victory here in this one, so the Florida Atlantic Owls to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. It's noteworthy that among the American Athletic Conference teams, 3 share the Owl mascot: Florida Atlantic, Temple, and Rice. Thursday's game marks the first meeting between the distinctive Owl brands of Temple and Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic, a relatively recent entrant to basketball, joined the American Athletic Conference this season and is aiming to surpass South Florida for the top spot in the conference. Meanwhile, Temple finds itself in an unusual position at the bottom of the conference, having lost 9 consecutive games. Despite the close nature of many of these defeats, the team faces the challenge of a daunting 19-point spread, prompting caution and a shift in focus to the game total. Both teams exhibit a deliberate and methodical pace, eschewing a fast tempo. Florida Atlantic's efficiency has compensated for this, averaging 119 points per 100 possessions. While their defense may have had moments of struggle, facing a lackluster Temple offense on home turf should elevate their defensive performance. Temple's placement outside the top 200 in both offensive and defensive efficiency, as per Ken Palm, underscores their lack of reliable strengths. Emphasizing 3-point attempts, poor shooting, and subpar rebounding, Temple's deficiencies set the stage for Florida Atlantic's potential dominance. Anticipating a slow-paced game, the projection leans towards an 80-60 outcome, making under the projected total our preferred full-game total pick. Minnesota versus Purdue. Thursday night sets the stage for a compelling showdown between the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the formidable number 2 Purdue Boilermakers, featuring a clash of dominant big men. The marquee players in this matchup are Minnesota's Dawson Garcia and Purdue's Zach Edey, both widely recognized as top-tier contributors in the league. In their recent outings, Minnesota faced a narrow defeat on the road against Iowa, succumbing 90-85 but managing to cover the spread as 7.5-point underdogs. Meanwhile, Purdue secured a convincing 20-point victory over Indiana with a 79-59 scoreline, asserting their dominance as 17.5-point home favorites. Notably, these teams crossed paths twice last season, with Purdue emerging victorious on both occasions. A critical factor influencing betting decisions is the injury report, particularly the uncertain status of Dawson Garcia, who is dealing with a leg injury. Garcia's availability is pivotal as he contributes significantly to Minnesota's offensive and defensive efforts, averaging 17 points per game and 6.6 rebounds per game. Moreover, Garcia serves as the starting center and the primary force capable of challenging Zach Edey. The Purdue big man consistently records double-doubles, presenting a formidable threat regardless of Garcia's presence. However, if Garcia is sidelined, Edey could potentially have a career-defining performance. Even if Edey plays plays with an injury, the prospect of facing a 7-for-300-pound opponent while nursing a leg injury poses significant challenges for Garcia. Purdue, having established themselves as the conference leaders, has recently covered substantial point spreads against formidable opponents like Indiana and Michigan. The potential impact of a fully fit Garcia adds an element of uncertainty to the matchup. Undoubtedly, Purdue stands out as the superior team, and their home court advantage is expected to play a pivotal role in this contest. Minnesota has encountered difficulties in establishing offensive consistency, while Purdue's defense, although not known for forcing turnovers, has effectively limited opponents to single-shot trips, making scoring a challenging endeavor. Purdue's offensive prowess, ranked among the best in the nation, is anticipated to thrive against Minnesota, a team that has not excelled in creating turnovers. Consequently, the Purdue Boilermakers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Analyzing the playing style, Purdue operates at the 151st ranked tempo in the nation, suggesting a potentially cautious approach towards an overbet. However, the equation shifts when considering their remarkably efficient offense, ranked second in the nation. Purdue scores 125 points per 100 possessions, with Eddie consistently delivering inside buckets or creating easy scoring opportunities for teammates. Although the NBA translation of Eddie's game remains uncertain, his dominance in college hoops over the past 2 years is undeniable. Recent trends indicate that Purdue has surpassed the total in 2 of their last 3 games. With the likelihood of Garcia being sidelined or limited, Eddie is poised for a stellar performance. Minnesota, possessing the 63rd ranked defense in the country, may struggle to contain Purdue's offensive onslaught. The Gophers, having exceeded the total in 3 of their last 4 games, may opt to increase the tempo to exploit Eddie's potential fatigue or create scoring opportunities before his defensive return. In a game where both teams exhibit a deliberate pace and neither defense excels at forcing turnovers, offensive efficiency becomes the focal point. Both teams showcase strength in the paint, emphasizing high percentage shots, and boast shooting percentages of 35% or higher from beyond the arc. The stage is set for an encounter where offensive prowess prevails, while defensive resistance proves challenging. Additionally, Purdue's ability to consistently reach the free throw line and convert shots further strengthens the case for an overbet. Hence, over the projected total is our full game total pick, anticipating a high-scoring affair showcasing offensive prowess from both Minnesota and Purdue. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.